And live from the rinks, it's Wednesday night hockey on the Long Island Sports Network. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. I'd like to thank you for tuning in as the East Islip Chiefs take on the Connetquot Sayville BBP T-Birds coming into tonight. The East Islip Chiefs are sitting at 11-1-2. Their lone loss in regulation coming against the Friars. They have 2 ties on the year. For the T-Birds, they're sitting at 6-8 on the season. They are the home team for tonight's matchups. They will get the last change in a game with some pretty interesting implications for the standings, but we're not going to get into that just yet. Instead, we're going to go over the starting goaltenders, who's in, who's out, as we get underway here, because Shane Kirby, he'll be in between the pipes for the Connetquot Sayville BBP T-Birds. He stole the show in a victory over the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. Hasn't slowed down since. And he'll be a key factor for the T-Birds as they try and contain a high-octane East Islip offense that has scored 100 goals this year to date. And for the East Islip Chiefs, it'll be Corey McGovern who gets the nod in net for East Islip. He's got 4 wins on the season for EI through 6 starts. He ended up making 2 appearances at the beginning of games against Sachem and I believe, I want to say KPC earlier in the season, where Brody Dixon was supposed to start and ended up having either an issue with his goaltending equipment or was, in the second case in that 5-4 win over Sachem, was actually coming from a Freeport Arrows travel game in which half of the league's leading scorers ended up showing up halfway through. Now for East Islip, they do have some news. Returning to the lineup, looking to kick off the new year, it's going to be Ryan Anatra, number 72. He was the league's leading goal scorer. Thomas Kinkowski ended up scoring 17 goals in the 5 games. Anatra was absent. He's got 29 in the year. Anatra still not too bad. He's got a few goals as well. He's got, just about 24 on the season. Thomas Ivers has taken the team lead in points during his absence with 47. Anthony Pepe now has 34 points on the year. But Anatra, even after all that, is still 4th in points among all active skaters in the league. And that's with all the time he's missed. And here tonight, they're looking to bounce back into the win column after last season. They ended up not bounce back into the win column necessarily, but they are looking to pick up another win after some close ones. They lost to the Friars. They were playing the Ward Melville Patriots tight before pulling away late in the 3rd period, and then tight win against KPC where they only scored 1 goal for the first time this season, followed by a game against Longwood to wrap up the year. For the T-Birds, well, it's been a little bit less even for them as we approach the final weeks of the season. They had a 6-1 loss to Sachem, bounced back against West Islip, lost a tight 1 to St. Anthony's, beat Ward Melville 5-4, lost a tight 1 to KPC. And as we take a look at the standings, well, the league is wide open right now. EI, with a game in hand, they're tied for in points with the Kings Park Comac Knights, who are coming off a loss on Monday nights, the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. So with 24 points in the standings, a win here tonight allows them to take sole possession of first place in the conference at the varsity level, of course. And for the T-Birds, they were sitting in 6th place for a majority of the last 5 or 6 weeks, but a win by Northport Huntington, they moved to 7-8. They now narrow lead the T-Birds in points. They're going to play again tonight against the Kings Park Comac Knights in a rematch of their earlier upset this season, but irregardless, a win here tonight for the T-Birds would allow them to leapfrog the Tigers. If they don't win here tonight, they'll still have a game in hand, but obviously as the season winds down, you just want to pull out some wins here down the stretch. Camp Pignola in the dot versus Dolson. And the T-Birds fire it in just wide of McGovern's net. Fleischhauer racing after it. T-Birds will be without defenseman Ryan DeLucy tonight. Other than that, they're at full strength. As Dolson heads the other way, poked off his stick. Fleischhauer recovers it. Lead pass. Booth gets a stick on it. Under pressure from McGarry. In the corner, on the far side of your screen. Pass comes back up the wall. EI heads the other way. They enter the zone. Chipped in by Carino. Brent Burdett takes it. Now looks to head up ice. Pass to Fleischhauer off the wall. T-Birds enter just a teeny bit offside, so Booth and Campagnola check up. Or correction, that's actually Mercado, 23, not 24, as the T-Birds get a change. Ethan Burdett on the forecheck as Thomas Ivers heads the other way. Shot towards the net, ends up going off the glass. Shot towards the net comes back to Ivers, who fires it towards the crease. I believe he was looking for Luke LaFotta that time. As puck remains in the slot, and we get a whistle for a hand pass early on in this one. We have not seen Ryan Autry yet. We were told he would draw in tonight. And as we take a look at the official rosters from the scorer's booth, that would appear to be the case. Haggerty, pass intended for Burdett off the wall. It's going to be collected by Kieran Freeland. Makes the DDD pass to Lawrence Lena. Ricky Gutterwell gets a stick on it, now chases after Freeland. Moves it to Luke LaFotta, his pass deflecting off the skate of, I believe that was 21. For EI, that would be Anthony Pepe, but as the T-Birds force change possession, it's sent the length of the ice, slips past the stick of the T-Birds defender. Fleischhauer on the forecheck. Forcing the turnover against Ivers, still battling for possession, sends it around the wall. Hall on the other side, trying to provide support. Milosevic enters the fray. Can't force change of possession as Ivers sends it the rest of the way. T-Birds will reset. Pass comes to Fleischhauer. He's into the zone, fires a shot. McGovern with the glove save. And we got our first stoppage of the game with 12:49 remaining in the first period. Back and forth action on the Long Island Sports Network. Martin wins the draw back. Fleischhauer still racing to the bench. Official dropped the puck before he got to the bench. And just a quick note for those of you at home, as the shot was deflected by Kirby, Joe Villani recovers, moves it up the wall, and then the lead pass is deflected. Villani gets it a second time. If a team starts out more than 5 skaters on the ice and a goaltender, that actually isn't a penalty because it goes against it's actually the official's responsibility to ensure there's only 5 guys on the ice, and they were escorting Fleischhauer off as the puck was dropped. So no harm, no foul, didn't impact the play. There would not be a too many men penalty on that one, as some fans here have shouted for tonight. Puck comes to Walter. Pass is deflected, comes back to McGarry, who enters the zone, carrying it in along the left wing wall, looking for the pass towards Evan LaFotta. Can't connect, under pressure. T-Birds trying to force a change of possession. And the puck leaves the zone. Anthony Marizito tried to fire back in. And then Evan LaFotta's zone entry broken up by Joe Villani. Pass comes to Barliski. He has a stick lifted, though. LaFotta trying to thread the needle to Marizito. Carino gets a stick on it as EI re-enters the zone, but Logan Booth with possession now, tied up, heading up ice. His pass ends up in the skates of Campagnola, so he's got to check up as Fleischhauer looks to re-enter. They checked up, so now Slattery looking for the lead pass. He flips it up and out of the zone. Nice touch there. The pass from Brent Burdett to Fleischhauer. They re-enter the zone. Pulls up, fires a shot. McGovern with the stop. Booth. His shot sails just over the net. Puck is still loose. Comes to the point. Shot deflected over the net of McGovern yet again. T-Birds with a couple key chances there as Fleischhauer resets to the point. Joswicki under pressure. Makes the pass to Burdett. Off the wall, Campagnola collects on the backhand. Chips it in. Booth chases as it comes around on the other side. Sent up the boards. Carino looking for the clear. Fleischhauer holding it in, gets knocked off the puck. Second effort. But EI gets his own exit. Swing and a miss by Jaws Wiki. Marizito coming in. Backhand shot turned aside by Kirby. Pass towards the slot. It's deflected. T-Birds survive a chance in transition, but a turnover forced. Jack Dolson looking to head the other way. And Ryan Anatra takes to the ice for EI as Ivers enters the zone. Looking for the drop pass. Anatra pulls up, fires a shot, scores! Welcome back, Ryan Anatra. East Islip jumps out to a 1-0 lead. EI as Ivers enters the zone. As if he hadn't missed a beat, as if he hadn't missed 5 games, he pulls up, makes a nice move, pulls up, fires a shot, scores! To give EI that early 1-0 lead. He's back in the dot. Couldn't win the draw that time. Alex DeLeon enters the zone. Pass towards Gutterwell ends up being broken up. Taken out of the zone, Anatra enters. Fire shot. That's off the iron. Glancing that time. Freeland is back in. Anatra recollects. Pass comes. Galena. His shot's blocked by DeLeon. Gutterwell racing after it. Picks it up. Enters. Looking for the pass to the slot. Finds it, but it's deflected by Lena. Freeland. Walls the handle, comes to the slot. Shot, they score! T-Birds tie it up! Ethan Burdett. Passes slot, finds it, but it's deflected. And go to the net, good things happen. Forced turnovers and good things happen too. Freeland. Puck ends up coming to Burdett off a stick lift against Lena, and the shot, short side, beats McGovern. The game is tied at 1. The lead didn't last for long. And the face-off won back by Booth. And T-Birds trying to move it into EI territory. They did, but Slattery got possession. Now they're heading the other way. Shot towards the net. Ends up going over. Might have glanced off the glove of Kirby, but irregardless, Booth now heads the underway under pressure from LaFada. He chips it in, he'll chase. As it comes around, far side corner. And Hall gets it. Booth with possession, looking for the pass to the slot. Can't connect with Hall. Strong defensive play by LaFada to force the turnover as the puck comes to Liam Godbout. His pass to Slattery, looking to split the defense, but Joe Villani lifts his stick, still battling for it. T-Birds defender forcing the outside, but now Slattery looks to cut in. Nearly poked off a stick again, this time by Jaws Wiki. Comes to Booth on the reverse. Villani. Turnover forced. Chance from the slot. EI can't get the shot off. And now T-Birds head the other way as Booth enters, trying to cut in. It's poked off his stick as he entered 1-on-4. Now the puck comes to Walter, who fires it in from the right side of the red line. No icing on the play as Kirby settles it. But under pressure, Evan LaFada forces a turnover, cutting in, looking for the shot, can't find it. And then Carino gets the shot off, but we get a penalty going against the T-Birds. And it appears it'll be Paul Wagner heading to the box, and after goals from Ryan Anatra, 10:05 remaining in the first, assisted by Thomas Ivers. That lead came to an abrupt end just 37 seconds later. Ethan Burdett assisted by Ricky Gutterwell. So EI goes on the power play as they win the draw back, looking for the shot. And Pepe goes wide after Ivers moved it to him, and it skips the stick of Anatra. Gutterwell provides pressure, but the pass on the reset. Thomas Ivers still pressured by the speedy Gutterwell. Call on the ice is tripping as Ivers looks to slip by Burdett. He does pass, cross shot, and they score! Marizito scores the power play goal, puts EI back up by 1. Call on the ice is tripping, and just excellent speed on the zone entry as Ivers and a good job cutting outside. Draws the attention of Mercado. Pass, cross shot, slips by, and Marizito stuffs it. Marizito on the far side of the left pad of Kirby. The faceoff has been won back by Slattery. A power play goal from Marizito. Booth forcing a turnover at the line. Finds Fleischhauer in the slot. Shot! Saved by McGovern. 7:35 remaining in the period. 3 goals, and we haven't even reached the midway mark. Marizito from Ivers. Ivers has 2 points in this game. 3 goals in the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds of regulation. Haggerty chipping that one back up off the wall. Booth tied up by Lena. He looks to kick it out of the zone. Fleischhauer providing pressure, but Dolson to Carino coming in against Villani. Pulls up, but the poke checked by the T-Birds defender. Lead pass to Fleischhauer. Coming in with speed. Pulls up. Pass to Booth. Shot. Glove save. Rebound. It's still free. EI comes away with it. T-Birds nearly forced a turnover in transition. They're flying to start the new year, as is EI. As Marizito pulls up. Pass to Carino from the off angles. Deflected. Lena picks it up. Puck came to Marizito. Turnover forced by Villani. Can't get the clear. Shot from the point is deflected. Rebound comes free. Left wing dot, but as the Chiefs are in the middle of a change, they end up sending it out of their own zone. Fleischhauer chases as the T-Birds get the change. Held in by Ethan Burdett at the line. Fleischhauer to Gutterwill on the cycle as the T-Birds captain looking for a change, but the puck comes right to him. Shot, deflected. Rebound. Ends up going wide off the deflection, and then a second attempt at front. Gutterwill can't find the back of the net. Jozwicki does a nice job there, forcing a turnover. Burdett's pass intended for Gutterwill. Bounces on him, rather rolls. Now EI gets a clear. Mercado gets possession. Chiefs getting a partial change as the T-Birds defender fires that one in. Sailing over the net that time. Holds it at the line. Looks to work it to Burdett. Cuts towards the net. Mercado with possession. Wraparound attempt is stopped by Lena. Strong defensive play, and now De Leon on the forecheck. Loves it down at the Chiefs' blue line. Lena gets the clear on the second attempt. Ethan Burdett drop pass to Mercado. D to Jozwicki. Back to Mercado. Cutting to the outside against Alex De Leon. Cuts in, shot! Goes wide of the net, rings around the wall. Andrew Jozwicki picks it up. Carries it across his side of the red line, and then chips it back in right after he crosses it yet again. Now EI heading the other way. They don't have numbers. It's a 3-on-3. As Godbout's pass is broken up. A strong play along the wall against Evan Lafata. T-Birds forced to turnover momentarily. Chipped it in. Slattery resets McGarry. Chiefs territory. Fleischhauer sends McGarry to his feet, forcing the turnover. A strong start for the T-Birds captain. Fleischhauer cutting in, looking for the shot. Finds it, but it's deflected. We get a stoppage with 4:51 remaining in the period. It's a 2-1 lead. Despite the scoreboard here at the rinks not actually properly reflecting that yet. A bit funny, actually. Goals from Anacha, Burdett, and Marizito here tonight. Face-off is one back. On the reverse, puck comes up the weak side wall. Villani holds the line. His pass, intended for Fleischhauer, ends up deflected. Pepe picks it up, looks to cut towards the center. Flips it up and out. There's not going to be enough on that one for icing as Villani on the D-to-D, intended for Brent Burdett. Puck comes up the wall. Fleischhauer chips it up. Slips past Slattery. Milosevic on the forecheck. But the EI defender boxes him out, pulls up beneath his own net. Still under pressure. And the T-Birds get the clear. The puck comes to Burdett. His pass deflected off a skate. Villani comes to Fleischhauer on his backhand, though, so he has to pull up as he fires it and goes for the change. Hall, Milosevic on the forecheck as Martin takes over. Looking to force a turnover at the line. EI on the attack. Ivers separated from the puck, but Chiefs got the clear. They have now re-entered. Forced the outside by Haggerty. Looking to cut back in. Shot from an off angle. Goes well over the net. Martin gets it out of the zone. Slattery gets the puck right back for the Chiefs. Resets under pressure. Pass to Luke Lafata. Looking. Nice feed there to Pepe, who tries to cut in. Forced outside by Jozwicki. Pass towards the slot is deflected. And now Alex Barliski forcing the turnover. Paul Wagner firing it in on net. Will chase with Barliski, finding pressure against Lena. The big hit, the pass towards the front. It's covered by McGovern. We get a whistle. 3:17 remaining in the first frame. T-Birds on the attack after a power play goal by EI. They lead 2-1. Ryan Anatra opening the scoring of his first goal since all the way back in EI's last matchup against West Islip last year. Face-off is one to Barliski. On the cycle, Wagner chases on the other side. Lena wins the race to the puck. EI set to get to the clear. They have a 3-on-2 if they race back. As Dolson tries to split the defense, Kirby with the poke check. Wagner reversing it. Barliski on the other side for the T-Birds. Looks to flip it up. Can't get it out of the zone. Freeland sends it back in. Racing after it, it's Carino. Poke check by Haggerty. East Islip regains possession. Shot from an off angle deflected by the stick of Jozwicki. Haggerty looking for the clear. Puck rolls on him. EI holds it at the line. It's chipped back in by Marizito. Jozwicki sending it to Haggerty. He sends it around the wall, held in at the line. Lena steps in. Martin trying to force turnover. Can't. Wagner can't either. As Dolson cuts in, shot deflected. Or correction, that's Marizito. 9, not 98. Dolson's with him down there, though. Had the puck momentarily, sent it to Lena. He walks in, his shot's deflected. Comes to Dolson. Pulls up. Cross to Freeland. Barliski on the forecheck. Turnover nearly forced, but coming in, it's Carino. Shot turned aside. Rebound. And a stop by Kirby. T-Birds survive a lengthy period of possession for the Chiefs. Primarily in the offensive zone. They did end up resetting, of course, in neutral territory once. But they've been in the driver's seat for the last couple minutes. So now out comes Matt Campagnola with Fleischhauer and Booth to try and turn the tide. And Notcher in the dot with Pepe and Ivers. EI's top line reunited. Pass intended for Fleischhauer, who was racing up the far side wall, or near side in this case. But now Campagnola gets it, pass to Fleischhauer, and Notcher on the back check. The T-Birds captain enters, trying to slip past Slattery, and EI defender forces the turnover. Mercado pinches in. EI loses possession. Brent Burdett fires it back in as the T-Birds check up. Campagnola racing after it, settles it. Fleischhauer to Booth on the forecheck. His pass towards the slot went off the back of the net, and he recovers. Pass across, ends up in the skates of Fleischhauer, and now heading the other way to Natra. Pass across, comes to Ivers, walks in, shot and a save. And Fleischhauer, a bit of a miscommunique there with a Natra. It seemed like Natra didn't actually do anything to Kirby except for the pad tap there. And EI able to take advantage of the forward skating backwards. That was Booth covering for Mercado that time. Did a good job. He's a smooth skater going forwards. It's not always a given when you're asked to turn around and head the other way. But Kirby makes the stop. Villani gets the puck after turnover forced off the draw, and Alex DeLeon couldn't leave the zone. No pun intended. My apologies for that. As Lafada loses possession. Gutterwill cutting towards the center. Lost the handle. Turnover force. Battle. The pass comes to Evan Lafada. His shot from an off angle turned aside by Kirby. Picks it up. Less than a minute remaining. Pass towards the slot. Shot won't. The shot couldn't find the shot there. Now heading the other way, it's Jozwicki on the attack. Coming in against Lena. Fires a shot. That's deflected. On the other side, DeLeon on the rebound. Poking it free, and we get a whistle. Kirby had headed to the bench behind the play. So it appears there's going to be a penalty going against East Islip. We'll get you the official call from the scorer's booth when we can. Evan Lafada to the box. And it's a 2-minute penalty. Assessed to Lafada. So now the T-Birds get their first opportunity on the power play. And the face-off is one back to Brent Burdett, looking to Mercado. Elects to carry it. Fires a shot. Rebound comes free. Fleischhauer on the attack. Pepe gets the clear. Mercado was calling for the puck. The top of the left wing dot, and now Burdett under pressure from Ivers. Booth forces a turnover on the back check. T-Birds heading the other way, 2-on-2, but Even with the trailer, Campagnola coming in, EI had numbers, forcing them to pull up. Ivers forces a turnover, sends it the length of the ice, and as the period reaches its end, Shane Kirby sends it back up the wall. Ivers backhands it towards the net as the period expires, and with 1:20 remaining on the power play, it appears that, my apologies here, just a brief issue with the scoreboard, but corrected now. And after 15 minutes, 3 goals. They all came in a span of 2 minutes and 29 seconds, 10:05 to 7:46. No, my apologies, actually 2:19. Either way. Not a math guy, clearly. I was a communications major for a reason, but nonetheless, the goal from Ryan Anatra to open the scoring. Ethan Burdett answers right back after Ricky Gutterwill forces a turnover that leaves him alone in the slot. And then Anthony Marizito on the power play on the backdoor pass from Thomas Ivers. Both teams getting ready. Long change this period. Evan LaFonda in the box. 2-minute penalty for slashing. And the opening draw is won back by EI. Slattery firing at the length of the ice. Ivers providing pressure. Kirby tries to settle it and ends up reversing it one-handed with the paddle to Brent Burdett on the other side. Ivers still on the attack as the T-Birds look to reset. Pass a little bit behind Booth, and that proves costly. As with less than a minute remaining on the power play, Burdett has to reset for the T-Birds. Campagnola pulls up under pressure. Pepe. Pass comes off the wall. Burdett settles it. Pass to Booth. He looks up ice. T-Birds struggling to capitalize. Or even enter the zone. Power play. Fleischauer cuts in. Can't get the shot off. Booth picks it up. Looking towards the point. Off the wall. Burdett looks for the shot. Moves it to Booth. Pass comes across. Mercado pulls up. Makes his move at the line. Moves it to Booth. Coming in, pass towards the slot, deflected, shot goes wide. Less than 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Mercado shot from the point, deflected, it goes just wide. A good look, but not enough. Ivers with speed and Pepe. Penalty has expired, Pepe comes in. Pass intended for Ivers is broken up, but there's a penalty on the play going against the T-Birds. And it appears Fleischauer in the box will get you the official penalty from the scorer's booth as soon as possible. But nonetheless, with 13:36 remaining in the game, EI heads to the power play. 102 goals on the season now as that shot towards net was redirected just wide by LaFonda. Anatra pass across to Thomas Ivers. Teammates call him T.I. Jumped the gun on that one, but nonetheless, Ivers pulls up, cutting into the slot. All the time in the world, fires a shot, and it's a glove save and a beauty from Kirby. He's done it before. He does it again. An interference minor from Ryan Fleischauer leaves T-Birds on the kill for the next 1 minute and 36 seconds. Just 148 gone by in the period. 13:12 remaining in the period. As the face-off is won forward by EI. Puck comes to the point on the attempted clear from Jazwicki. Getting no Ryan DeLucy tonight for the T-Birds. So Jazwicki slides back to the point. Anatra to Thomas Ivers. The half-wall shot, and it's gobbled up by Kirby. We get another stoppage. 12:57 remaining in the period. 1:21 remaining on the power play. A flurry of shots by EI. They'll reset yet again. LaFada in the dot. That's Luke, 80 in black. Puck comes to the point to Ivers. Looking for the pass. Cutting in. Fires it across. Shot! Goes over the net. Kirby sliding across causes... I believe that was either Marizito or LaFada on the back door, but they second-guessed themselves, and now, with 1 minute remaining on the power play, EI resetting in their own zone after being unable to capitalize, thanks to the heroics of Shane Kirby. Anatra coming in, pulls up, pass to the point, Thomas Ivers, back to Anatra, steps in, looks for the shot, pulls up, curling towards the wall, pass across to Pepe, shot, oh, no shot. Then he gets it off eventually after double clutching there, and then his attempt went off the back of the net. Now Ivers cuts in, shot, turned aside by Kirby. Puck is loose, still free, poked into the corner. 25 seconds remaining on the power play as a pass towards the slot, intercepted by Matt Campagnola. He sends it the length of the ice. T-Birds get 3 fresh bodies out there. Might have been 4, but Haggerty now sends it out of the zone, and Anatra gets it. Pulls up against Booth. 5 seconds remaining on the power play as Anatra enters, cuts in, looking for the pass, finds it. Second attempt, pass to Marizito. We've returned to 5-on-5. Thomas Ivers has possession beneath the goal line. Turnover forced, T-Birds get it up, and Fleischhauer gets it out of the zone, has possession. Enters on sides, nice play there as he tries to cut into the middle. It's poked off a stick by Slattery. Recovers nicely, and now he's back on the forecheck. Battle along the near side wall. EI initially comes away with it, held in by Martin. Pass comes across. Booth forced to pull up, leaves the zone. Pass to Brent Burdett. He fires it back as the T-Birds complete a change. They actually ended up having about 3 guys on the ice there, it seemed like, for a moment. It's Campagnola looking for the clear, or looking to keep it in, rather. Came to Gutterwell, back to Campagnola. Carries, looking for the pass to the point. Doesn't have a lane, so he tries to move it on the cycle to De Leon. It's flipped up, and now out of the zone. Pass across intended for Dolson from LaFada. Those two lit up the junior varsity division last year. This year they're stepping into the role of key cogs on an East Islip roster that will need strong depth, strong secondary scoring to compete for the county championship they thought they had a chance of winning last year. Slattery has it on the cycle. Goes D to D, actually. McGarry. And a shot from De Leon turned aside. Slattery looking to flip it up and out of the zone. Second attempt, and it goes the length of the ice on a pass from Jack Dolson, intended for Evan LaFada. So icing on the play. EI gets the change on defense. Does not appear that they will make a change up front. Carino, LaFada, and Dolson. T-Birds up to go with the Martin, Wagner, Borliski line. Wagner sliding into that spot with Jazwicki on the back end for tonight's matchup. Comes to Wagner off the draw. Villani fires a shot. That's deflected off the pad. Great job by Villani to get the quick shot off through traffic. Now it comes out to the point. Villani settles it in the neutral zone. Jazwicki, lead pass. And the T-Birds enter the zone. Wagner shot, and it's turned aside by McGovern. Appears that EI touched the puck first as Wagner entered, and no offsides in the play. I guess the linesman either determined that EI entered the zone with the puck themselves, or we just had a bad angle of the near side wall. Initially appeared the T-Birds would be offsides. That's not the case. As always, our on-ice officials do a terrific job. Faceoff has been won. Freeland looks to send it back up the wall. Martin trying to box out Pepe. Can't. Wagner, second attempt. EI forces a change of possession. Heading up ice. Chipped in by Walter, but it's offsides by Pepe. Puck enters after Pepe. East Islip Blager touches up after to the late offsides. A line change now. Fleischhauer centering Hall and Milosevic. Face-off tied up. Milosevic looking for the clear, can't get it. Godbout sends it towards the net. Kirby paddles that one into the corner. Walter on the forecheck. Fleischhauer comes away with it. Lead pass. Milosevic has his stick lifted by Godbout, sent back in. EI is checked up, so Walter goes on the attack as Berde goes D to D to chase Haggerty. His pass intended for the cross-ice feed broken up. Haggerty on the back check, and then a shot from Godbout that's gloved by Kirby. And Haggerty wanted Milosevic, I believe, on the far side wall. Ends up picking up speed after the turnover. Does a good job making up for it. And T-Birds opt for a change up front. Gutterwill, DeLeon, and Ethan Berde up front this time. The absence of Ryan DeLucy, forcing head coach Mike Berde to put the lines in the blender as it comes out to the point off an EI face-off win. McGarry to Anatra, makes the pass across under pressure, walks in, shot from Slattery, sails over the net, deflected off the wall. Ivers might have gotten a piece of it, and then a pass intended for Slattery broken up. EI regains possession, pass comes to the point. Slattery walks the line, fires a shot that's turned aside by Kirby. Rebound is free, Ivers shot, and then it goes off Luke LaFonda near the back door, past the point, intercepted by Ricky Gutterwill. He heads up ice with DeLeon. Trailing. McGovern can't get the puck after coming out to play it. Comes to DeLeon, pulls up, under pressure. Slattery forces a turnover. Looks to go D to D, but the play is broken up by Alex DeLeon. Gutterwill on the cycle, has Berde in front. He's looking for him, can't find the angle, cuts in. Has his stick lifted as he looks for the shot. Mercado from the point, and it's deflected into the rafters. We get a whistle with 8:04 remaining in the period. A one-goal game between the East Islip Chiefs and Connetquot Sayville BBP T-Birds on the Long Island Sports Network. And in the Don will be Logan Booth, Matt Campagnola, and Ryan Fleischhauer flanking him. As the face-off is won back to Mercado. Held in, his pass is deflected, goes off the glass, out of play. We get a whistle. 7:58 remaining in the period. Another stoppage after a long period of transition hockey. Booth wins it back. Fleischhauer sends it the rest of the way as Mercado walks in beneath the goal line. Pass towards front, shot! Won't go on the one-timer for Booth. Ivers looks for the zone exit, held in by Villani. Now it comes to Campagnola, has his stick lifted. Pass across, intercepted now by Luke LaFonda, and now Ryan Atra enters the zone, cutting in, forced to pull up, curls towards the wall, and hands Ryan Fleischhauer to reverse hit as a shot goes wide, and second effort by the T-Birds captain, can't get the clear. EI with a miniature 2-on-1, pass to Anatra, looks right back, shot off the iron! And then another shot sails wide. Shane Kirby, the pipe's the goalie's best friend. He certainly felt it on that one as EI ends up virtually unchallenged as they came in 2-on-1, pass to the slot. Luke LaFonda can't get the shot off. Attempted clear, won't go. Held in at the line. Shot from Slattery's deflected, then goes off the skates of Villani. Comes to Ivers under pressure from Campagnola. Fleischhauer working with Campagnola to force the turnover, but as he reverses it, the weak side wall, Slattery picks it up and looks to fire a shot. It's blocked by Mercado. Ends up in his skates, looking for the clear, tied up, gets it out of the zone. Marizito sends it back the way it came. Villani's going to pick that up beneath the goal line. Looks towards Fleischhauer, pulls up under pressure. Moves it D to D to Mercado. And Mercado elects to skate with it. Then tried to reverse to Villani. And Villani couldn't really tell what he was trying to do, to be quite frank. Can't really blame him for that, as Mercado ends up skating right towards him. It didn't drop it off immediately. And then we get an offsides that goes against EI with 6:11 remaining in the period. And we mentioned Mike Berde earlier for the T-Birds. Chris Reinhardt, the head coach, listed on the roster by the league for EI. The team is near the top of the standings this season. And now with the zone exit, Wagner heading the other way. Turnover EI regains control. Carino with possession, carrying it beneath the goal line. Sends it up the wall. Marizito looking for the clear. It's deflected, but it leaves the zone. Wagner, second effort. McGarry boxes him out. Carino enters with Dolson. Elects to fire a shot that's blocker to side. Martin is going to pick, or tried to pick that one up off the wall. Turnover force. Dolson shot. He scores! Jack Dolson scores to give EI a 2-goal lead here in the second stanza. It's gonna pick, and that's Dolson's. Tried to pick that one up. 4 for the season, and it couldn't have come at a more critical time. Dolson shot after forcing the turnovers. Beats Kirby. Jack Dolson. Had all the time in the world. Quick wrist shot. And he's done a bit of everything for EI this year as they win the draw forward. Evan Lafata on the attack as Burde breaks the play up. Godbout cutting in. Comes back to Burde. He sends it out of play. We get a whistle, but Jack Dolson has slid between center and defense all year. He's played pretty much every spot imaginable besides netminder, of course, as he's been a tremendous piece. Started out in their 5-4 win against Sachem. He started out at center, slid to defense after Ryan Anatra came into the game at the start of the second period. Now off the draw, Godbout shot deflected. Now the T-Birds look to head the other way. Ricky Gutterwell, the speedster, makes a couple moves as he heads up ice, enters the zone under pressure. Gutterwell been a key part of the T-Birds for the last couple weeks, especially, a couple months actually, as they've made some strategic changes that have really helped them pick up the pace after a 1-5 start. Pass intended for Gutterwell's deflected by Walter. Won't make it the length of the ice as it originally appeared it would, and now EI heads the other way. It's a 3-1 lead for the T-Birds. Or correction, for Chiefs, my apologies. Joswicki looking to send it up the wall. Play's broken up. Godbout alone in the slot. Burde plays the pass. Walking in, shot turned aside by Kirby. Completely unchallenged as T-Birds struggling with defensive zone turnovers. And now Fleischauer comes in, 1-on-1 shot deflected into the netting. We get a whistle. That comes with 4:21 remaining in the frame. So it'll be a face-off on the far side wall. Fleischauer wins it back. Mercado. His shot goes wide. Haggerty looking for the keep. Can't. Or no, he actually managed to just barely using his size to keep it in, but now Pepe heads the other way. Pass comes to Luke Lafata, but it's behind him. Might have been looking for Ivers, who was trailing, but they kind of got tied up in the slot. Now McGarry walks in. Pass across to Slatter. He's had a strong game. Fires a shot. Turned aside. Kirby coming out his net aggressively to take the angle away that time. And now a second attempt. Shot goes wide of the net. Kirby very aggressive here tonight. And it's paid dividends on most of these odd man rush opportunities. They've been able to capitalize on the power play and through traffic. And now Ivers forces another defensive zone turnover by the T-Birds, and he gets to work. It's the second player wearing a C for EI. Pass towards the slot from Lafata. Won't go. Ivers collects the puck off the back wall, and the shot is turned aside by Kirby. Face off, won by the T-Birds. They get the clear, but the puck's gonna go to length of the ice. No icing on the play as officials, Team Slattery, had a chance to play it. Coming in now, it's Slattery to the outside, looking to cut in. Carries it around the net. Absorbs contact on a big hit from Booth. They're forced to change possession, but another turnover by EI, this time along the wall. Villani rescues it. Pass intended for Booth. EI can't get the, correction, T-Birds can't get the clear. Villani's going to regain control of the puck. He's under pressure from Carino. Comes to Burde after it's poked off the stick of Villani. Now Ethan Burde gets the clear, but EI gets possession. Slattery sends it back up what would be the strong side wall, and now Booth takes over. Under pressure from Dolson. To Vellani. Pass off the wall. McGarry racing after it, becomes a Slattery. Now EI, they get the zone exit. Marizito ends up being unable to control that pass. But since he was on the right side of the red line, they got the clear. Pass now tended to Ethan Burdett. It's in his skates. He has to pull up. Makes the move to Matt Campagnola. He fires it in. T-Birds will chase. 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Battle for possession. Strong play in the corner, but EI comes away with it. They get the clear. Brett Burdett gets the puck off an errant pass. They fire it in. Shot towards the net from DeLeon goes wide. Burdett pinches in. Turned aside by the left pad of McGovern. DeLeon on the cycle. Cutting in, it's Fleischhauer in the slot. Looking for the shot. Can't find it. DeLeon drops it off to Campagnola. McGovern almost caught outside of his crease. There is a pass towards the point. It's deflected. Brent Burdett with the shot. Deflected. Saved. Rebound. Free. EI comes away with it. They get the clear. They have numbers if they hurry. Turnover forced. T-Birds head the other way, and Atra is back, so he takes away the odd man advantage as that shot is deflected off the paddle. McGovern into the netting. Dolson, the lone goal scorer in the second stanza, assisted by Alex Carino. Face off, one back by EI, attempted clear. They're trying to spring. Ivers off the wall. Kirby comes out, plays it off the glass. Pepe collects. Back to Ivers, looking for an Atra in the slot. Pass is deflected. Booth on the back check, breaking that one up, looking to move it up the wall. Held in nicely by McGarry. Pepe had it momentarily, poked off his stick. Burdett gets the clear. But a strong play by EI's top line in transition, as well as Lawrence Lena, and Jack McGarry helped force the turnover. Now in his own zone, Anatra resetting for the Chiefs. It's crossed the red line. Now in T-Bird's territory, toe drag, shot goes wide. The toe drag by Anatra was picked up. Not that scoring on your first shift isn't impressive enough, but he's somehow gotten better and better as this game has gone along. Just getting more comfortable after a lengthy period of absence due to injury. Ivers with possession, pass towards the slot. Booth forces the turnover. And now, as the puck comes down beneath the goal line, period will come to an end. T-Birds lead, correction, T-Birds trail by 2. Jumped the gun on that one, trying to get the next part of this broadcast, but nonetheless, EI up by 2. The goal from Jack Dolson, the lone tally of the second period. So now T-Birds head to the third frame, looking to tie the game. They're down 2, and this is an offense that, to say the least, has not had as much success as they would have liked at this season. Take a quick look at the standings, which are obviously available to you at home. Maybe not obviously, but they are available to you on the Suffolk County High School Hockey League website. That's SCHSHL.org. Really rolls off the tongue, actually, but I digress. T-Birds are the third lowest scoring offense in the entire league. They have 41 goals on the season. Their goal differential is actually the best, or 6th best rather, best among all teams with a negative goal differential, which is a dubious distinction at best. But they haven't found much success there, and they had the one power play they couldn't score on. Well, they're also the third lowest scoring team on the power play. The only consolation for them is that the second place Kings Park Comac Knights actually have less goals than them on the power play. So they're going to have to find a way to start capitalizing on these chances late in games. It's been something of an issue for them all season, but with 6 games, including this one left, 5 after this, if you want to be technical about it, since we're already 30 minutes in, they're going to have to find a way to capitalize on these grade A scoring chances, because they may not generate as many as the eye. I'm not sure anybody in the league does some nights. They're a high-octane offense. There's the Bulls, there's Sachem, and St. Anthony's as of late, but you can't realistically expect to compete against a team that has 3 of the league's 4 leading scorers, and before Anatra's injury, they had all 3 leading scorers. But if you can't capitalize here tonight, it's not gonna bode well come the playoffs. Face-off is won by Anatra. He comes forward into the zone. Under pressure, DeLeon forcing the turnover. Campagnola backhands it off the wall, collects it, fires a shot from off angle. Rebound is free. Comes out on the opposite side, shot from the point, deflected. Anatra with the block. Pass towards Ivers. Mercado blocks it with his boot. And now EI forced to pull up Ivers with the beautiful backhanded pass. Anatra entering under pressure. Pulls up. Along the wall. Absorbs contact from DeLeon. Eventually boxes him out. Campagnola crosses the red line. Fleischhauer chasing. Slattery and McGarry back as the T-Birds captain circles the net looking for the pass. Finds Villani. Shot from the point turned aside. That's a glove save by McGovern. Villani looking for either a deflection or a rebound. Didn't get either that time. And the T-Birds now go for a change. They're trying to capitalize here in the third and potentially final frame of play. They need 2 goals to tie it, 3 to win it. And off the draw, Booth gets it at the point. Shot blocker to side. Rebound comes into the far side corner. Attempted clear by Yai, ends up with the puck in the rafters with 14 minutes remaining in the period. Solid game here tonight from 2 teams trying to ring in the new year with a win. And as the faceoff is won forward by EI. Godbout tried to cut to the outside of the rangy defender Chase Haggerty, and now heading the other way. Gutterwill can't gain the zone. Battle along the wall between Burde and Lafata. That's Evan Lafata, 12 in black. But now he's racing the other way. We get a whistle for offsides. That comes with 13:41 remaining in the period. EI entered the night on a 3-game win streak. T-Birds, on the other hand, they've won 1, lost 1, or lost 1, won 1, lost 1, won 1, and lost 1 to close out the old year, so to speak. Kirby with possession beneath the goal line. Off the face-off win by EI, who got it in deep pass intended for Brent Burde. It rolled on him a little bit there. And that's been an area of concern here tonight, has been those pucks roll. T-Birds haven't been able to put the body in front of it and stop that. As the pass comes to the slot, puck is loose, it's deflected a couple times now, and then Booth comes away with it. T-Birds speedster to the outside. Pass to Burde. Ethan Burde's shot glances off McGovern. A strong save for the EI netminder. And what's his 5th true start of the season, really is listed as the 7th of the year, but the other 2, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Brody Dixon finished both games, and not because McGovern was being pulled, but just because that's what the intention was the whole time, for Dixon to start, and due to various circumstances wasn't able to, and now a penalty will go against the T-Birds, Ethan Burde, and he's had trouble staying out of the box, and there's an EI player down on the ice. Burde headed to the box. And you never want to see a player go down with an injury. Obviously frustrating if you're an EI fan. And one lone person in attendance shouting, "You can't do that," and clapping. Trail is off as they realize nobody else is going to join them. Probably because it's a high school hockey game in all honesty, but Luke Walter, and not playoffs at that, ends up getting to his feet, skates off the ice. And Brent Burde will exit the game. A 5-minute major goes against the T-Birds. Could end up sealing the deal on the comeback, and he's a repeat offender if I'm not mistaken, so it's going to be interesting to watch that in the coming weeks. Off the top of my head, I don't know what the rule on the suspension is, but if he's out for a lengthy period of time, could have an impact on this roster. Again, he's their lone goal scorer of the night, but that ability to finish so important for the T-Birds, and Ethan Burde has got 7 on the season, and that's second best on the team, only to Ryan Fleischhauer. though Booth alum has 2 goals in 6 games, so I believe one of those was actually, no, 2 goals in 6 games. There was a situation where Burdett actually ended up scoring one. It was briefly credited to Booth alum. The league fixed that quickly, and now T-Birds get the clear. Burdett's out of the game. And Connetquot Sayville has to kill off a 5-minute major. As we grab what the official call was, is Mercado forced a turnover. EI gets it right back. T-Birds blue line are looking to get back in position as EI enters the zone. Lena to the outside, looking for the pass to the slot. Marizito all alone. Can't get the shot off. Save, Kirby. And at a first glance, if you're just casually watching high school hockey, obviously not a true aficionado of the game, it looks like Marizito fumbled it. That's not really what happened. Kirby's done a great job of coming out, forcing those EI players to almost second guess themselves on these plays. So what ends up happening is they have no angle. They try and double clutch it, and then as Marizito gets another shot, he scores. So the first one didn't go. The second one does for the T-Birds, but just watch this shot because there's a key difference here between that play and the last one. Kirby off the draw. They try and double clutch it. He's able to come across, but Villani steps up accidentally, screens his goaltender. He's trying to make the right play. It's just one of those things where it doesn't go your way, and now you're down by 4 as EI wins the draw on the power play. A 5-minute major to Ethan Burdett, my apologies, Brent the brother. And now entering the zone, Thomas Ivers, pass to the slot, shot, save by Kirby. We get another whistle here. And still looking for the official update on the call from the scorer's booth. I don't appear to have that here. We have the goal updated, just not the call, and you got a feel for Milenko Milosevic, who's serving the penalty. And we'll get you the update on the call when we can. It's not available currently as that pass across wouldn't go. Anthony Marizito scoring on the power play right off the draw. Now a shot from Ivers, blocker to side, rebound, almost trickled in. Mercado rescues it. And for a goaltender who at times has arguably bailed out his team more than once, it's nice of Jack Mercado to return the favor that time, as no goaltender wants to roll off them. It's just one of those things that sometimes happens. As the T-Birds look for a clear, and Natra keeps it in. That pass to Ivers, collected on his backhand. And now at the point, shot deflected. Ends up with a Natra, pass to Pepe. The opposite half wall, coming in, pass across, and Natra looks to reset to Pepe. T-Birds, a lot of traffic in front of the net, but EI doesn't seem to find a shot they like. A Natra to the net front, pass in front. It's broken up. Jozwicki trying to reverse, but there's no one there. And then Pepe's shot deflected. Rebound is free. Turned aside Kirby. Comes back to the point. Natra, shot, stopped by Kirby. Rebound is free, put through the crease. Pepe looking across, pass, shot, save, Kirby. Puck is still loose, shot, and it's blocked again. A flurry of chances. T-Birds break it up, can't get the zone exit. Now Ivers with possession. Kirby's regained his stick as Ivers threads the needle. Pass across, deflected off the skate of Jack Mercado, having an excellent penalty kill. Jozwicki trying to keep him to the outside. Puck comes to Pepe, pass to Anatra, backhand to Ivers. Fires across, pass across, Pepe, shot, save, rebound. And another attempt from the slot. They can't get it. The puck is covered by Shane Kirby. At least that's what it appeared to be. Bit of a scrum now. And I'm going to answer this question, even though it wasn't posed to us in the comment section. It was posed by a fan in the crowd unknowingly. But because of the fact that You're not supposed to have your players jump onto the ice while there's a scrum out, obviously. But in this case, because of the fact they didn't actually get involved in the play, they were just getting ready for a change as that broke out. There was no incident. Now the faceoffs come out of the zone. Because EI had their defenders jumping into the fray. So the faceoff comes out. Lafada comes in. Pass across on the backhand, looking to beat Kirby. They can't. Shane Kirby's heroics keeping the T-Birds miraculously somehow in striking distance if they can find that next level to their offense that's just been lurking all season but hasn't necessarily translated yet. T-Birds get it clear. EI settles it. Slattery picks it up, looking up ice with speed. Regains the zone. On his backhand, looking in for the pass, can't find it, continues to skate. And Haggerty, strong play along the wall, helps force the turnover. Fired around. And a nice play by Carino, who just got a piece of it. And now Evan Lafada. Pass beneath the goal line to Slattery. He tends to slide down very low on the power play as Dolson comes in. Pass across. Carino's shot goes wide. He couldn't get enough of it there. He got a piece of it. And now Booth fires it up and out. Strong play by Lena, who tried to cover with the glove. And EI's power play, they often keep out two defensive. They move their players around, trying to get some of their more skilled players on the half wall. And sometimes you get a guy like Slattery, who, not to say he isn't skilled, but he's a tremendous skater. And if you can get a guy like that with great hand-eye coordination, you saw it there as he knocked the puck down to his own line. If you get a guy with that kind of speed and that kind of hand-eye coordination, they can make things happen on the power play in front. Pass towards the slot is deflected that time. The assistant captain and blue liner for EI sends the pass across, and the T-Birds get the clear. Fleischhauer pressures. We're approaching the final 30 seconds of this power play. If the T-Birds can escape having only given up one goal, well, they'll have a chance, but these 5-minute majors as Lena comes in, turnover 4, sent down the ice, they can end up taking a lot out of you, spending that much time down a man as Mercado looks to force a turnover, gains possession. But EI survives. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Anatra takes over, heading up ice, across the red line, enters the zone, all alone. And then the play is broken up by Jack Mercado. He's feeling it right now. But a turnover at the line heading the other way by the T-Birds prevents an odd man rush. They re-enter. McGarry has possession, looking to reset behind his own net. Anatra has it. Fleischhauer trailing, trying to force a turnover and pickpocket him, but the EI captain moves it over to the other EI captain, and they enter on a 3-on-2. Strong play by Brent Burdett, forcing to the outside as Ivers' pass through the slot is deflected. Comes out to the point. McGarry walks the line. D to Kieran Freeland. Then a pass off the wall. John Zwicky got a piece of it, but Ivers got the rest. Tried to make a pass towards the slot. That was deflected. Got it back. Pass towards Anatra in the slot. Shot won't go. Now it comes out to the point. Freeland shot. Blocker to side. Second attempt. Turned aside, and Thomas Ivers putting on a masterclass as he conducts the EI offense. They could easily have 9 goals tonight, just haven't been able to capitalize thanks to the stellar goaltending of Shane Kirby. Ivers with possession beneath the goal line, drops it off for Pepe. He's going to collect it, but he pulls up under pressure from De Leon, chips it off the wall. Anatra will now enter T-Birds territory to Ivers. Pass intended for Anatra, broken up by De Leon, but EI gets it back off an attempted pass off the wall. Pepe cut in. Another turnover forced. Alex De Leon looking for Barliski. Can't be settled initially. Ends up firing it in. Ends up slipping by the stick of McGovern. D-to-D pass. McGarry knocked off the puck. Fleischhauer, the T-Birds captain, battling along the wall, comes away with it initially. Great second effort by Anatra to break that play up. As he reverses on the escape turn, makes the pass to McGarry. Back to Anatra, who sends it up the wall. And Pepe skates into it. Pass intended for Luke Walter, just past his reach. Chase Haggerty, Quentin's younger brother, actually plays for the PatMed developmental squad. Came to them through the draft. I believe the T-Birds didn't field at developmental level. And he's too young for freshman, but I digress. Haggerty's the lone defenseman back on the 2-on-1, looking for the pass to Walter in the slot. Haggerty took that away, and the pass to the trailing bout, I believe, wouldn't go. Now Walter gets it back. Shot goes wide of the net. Might have been deflected at the point of release. Irregardless, Hall gets the clear. Slattery picks up the puck. Has McGarry with him. Elects to pull up before making that pass. Trying to create a little extra space. And now Luke Lafata cutting in to the center of the slot. It's poked off his stick. Strong defensive play by Zach Martin. As the puck comes through the slot, it's loose. Kirby comes out. Shot, rebound. Won't go. Still loose. Second attempt goes wide. Shane Kirby with some stellar goaltending here tonight as that shot from Luke Lafata sails over the net. He's come out of his net so often and so aggressively, almost to a point that you don't normally see it, and yet it seems like it's working because EI has no idea how, seemingly has no idea how to beat him that way. They've had to rely on 2 screens by a T-Birds defender, which is obviously unfortunate for the defenseman. One came on the power play, and another one came on a 2-on-1 where they forced him to slide across. And he actually hasn't given up a 2-on-1 goal since he's done that. He just keeps coming further and further out of his crease, and he's going to keep doing that until someone manages to slip one behind him. Martin's pass intended. Broken up. Entering the zone, EI possession. Villani trying to take away the 2-on-1 pass. Does a good job of it, but Chiefs continue to control the puck as the clock winds down and time runs out on a potential comeback attempt. Martin helps force the turnover. Mercado sends it the length of the ice, and he'll just settle for the change at this point. As T-Birds hemmed in their own zone for a good portion of that period, and even when they were on the attack, EI was able to escape, with the sole exception of just ending up unable to break out, but they were never in any real danger of losing possession. And now it appears there's a timeout on the ice being called by the T-Birds, which at this point in the game, you're trailing by 3. It makes sense to give your team the chance to get a breather here as assistant coach Steve Bizel, whose youngest son plays, I believe youngest son, Gavin Bizel, plays for the junior varsity T-Bird squad, and his eldest son, I believe eldest son at least, Cole Bizel, helped lead the T-Birds to the county finals a couple years back. And you get your top players who are presumably your top penalty killers as well. You saw Fleischhauer, Campagnola, Booth on the ice for that kill as the timeout expires, and ideally just even a few seconds, just settle things down, get a fresh line out on the ice. Could pay dividends for them. Gutterwell in the dot. And since the addition of Booth and Villani, who was coming back from injury, Booth just was out for a few games at the beginning of the season. Don't believe it was injury related, but irregardless, it's provided a tremendous boost for the T-Birds. Face off. Initially controlled by EI. Second effort, can't force the puck free, and Kirby comes out of his net to play it. They get the clear, but Dolson with possession. He's reset to the point. Attempted zone entry by Carino. Physical play at the line by Jaws Wicki. He's never shied away from throwing the body, and he's looked strong on defense tonight as Booth gets the zone entry. He slipped up and out. Carino has to settle it. Enters off sides as Dolson ends up jumping the gun on the stutter step, and T-Birds trail 4-1 in their first meeting of the season. I'm not sure we touched on this actually at the top of the broadcast. EI scored the first 4 goals of the game. They scored in the first period, they scored twice in the second, and Ricky Gutterwell actually scored the lone goal for the T-Birds in the third period. This game has been a much different story. Sure, they trail by 3, but EI's tacked on a couple late with the T-Birds trailing. One comes on a late power play after a 5-minute major that you arguably can't put on the team as a whole. You arguably have to blame the individual player for that one. And now Brent Burdett, and again, that's not to take a shot at the player, of course, but a turnover at the line. Thomas Ivers comes in, shot deflected. Good block by Brent Burdett, maybe one pass too many by Ivers, but Anatra forces a turnover at the line, comes in looking for the shot, pulls up under pressure on his backhand. Fleischhauer, second attempt, third attempt, helps force the turnover. Pass up the wall from Jaws Wicki. Fleischhauer racing after it. Slattery gets a stick on it. Fleischhauer settles a drop pass. Campagnola shot. He scores! Matt Campagnola with his 5th of the season. And the T-Birds now have the potential to blow this game wide open. A smart timeout to stick before this, but just the beautiful drop pass by Fleischhauer. Campagnola shot. He scores! Short side wrist shot. Tie the game. Face-off is won back by the T-Birds. Ivers providing pressure against Mercado, who cuts towards the center of the ice, flips it to himself, races after it. Enters EI territory, cutting the outside of McGarry. On his backhand pass towards the slot, deflected. Gutterwall on the forecheck. T-Birds forced a change of possession. Booth for shot, and it's stopped by McGovern. Some strong saves from the EI netminder after face-off. And now DeLeon re-enters the zone after the T-Birds had previously exited. Less than 2 minutes remaining, trying to pull off what would be a miraculous comeback. It's an empty net. Jack Dolson racing after the puck. Gets a piece of it. T-Birds come away with it. They've re-entered. Villani on the attack. Big hit in the corner, looking to force a change of possession. Fleischhauer cutting towards the net, poked off a stick, shot! Booth's shot goes just wide. Attempted clear, held in by Mercado. Second attempt, third attempt, it's fired into the zone. DeLeon, pass towards the slot, stick lift, comes to Villani. His shot, save, rebound! Across the crease! Picked up by Villani. Approaching the 1 minute mark of the period. Mercado shot, rebound, Gutterwill. Can't get the shot off as he dove. Lena looking for the clear, comes to Luke Lafata. He fires at the length of the ice, trying to get it on net. Will it go? It does! The empty net goal from Luke Lafata. That comes with 1:05 remaining, and this is a underrated skill. He fires at the length of the ice, trying to get it on net, being able to get that touch from there. It does! Here's Fleischhauer sent off the ice now. Mercado sending him the rest of the way. Not sure what that's about. We'll hopefully get you an update on that because we still are waiting on... Well, we got the penalty earlier for charging against Ethan Burdett. That was a game misconduct in the 5-minute major. We'll see why Fleischhauer left the ice. Might have just been sent off, but don't want to touch on that too much. 1:05 remaining. The face-off is won by the T-Birds. Or initially won by EI. T-Birds end up winning it. Mercado on the attack. Less than a minute remaining. Kirby is back in his net after the empty net goal and what has been a much tighter game, even with only a 2-goal lead before the empty net, now 3 as Pepe enters the zone. Forced to pull up the line, pass to Ivers. Entering, looking for the pass to the slot. Goes for the Michigan attempt, couldn't even get enough on it, and then a shot right into the chest of Kirby, a strong positional save. And 33.5 seconds remaining. Face-off is won back by the T-Birds. Mercado with it under pressure. Pass up the wall. Milosevic trying to get the clears. Can't. Mercado races ahead. Lead pass to Hall. He collects it on his backhand. Tries to move it towards the slot for Mercado, but can't. And T-Birds defender pulls back as EI tried to send the length of the ice. Barliski holds the line. Mercado waiting by Kirby's net as this one's going to end in what was a really tightly fought game. Mercado coming out to prevent Carino from getting the shot off. He fires it as the horn expires, but T-Birds are going to let that one slide as they drop to 6 and 9. They've already had 2 players leave the ice. There's an unsportsmanlike 10-minute misconduct against Fleischhauer. They'd already had a 5-minute game misconduct against Ethan Burdett. So smart by them to avoid another incident, even if you really shouldn't fire a shot off as time expires. So for those of you looking for the North Fort Huntington game versus Kings Park Colmac, that rematch from last year's overtime thriller, last year, same season, that is being called by Brendan Yerkes. That's on the South Rink, 3 varsity games here tonight. But on the North Rink, we're not done yet. Sachem versus Ward Melville coming up on the Long Island Sports Network. And for those of you presumably not joining us, have a great night, everyone. Good night.